The complete, uncensored, and unauthorized oral history of Star Trek. The 50-year mission, the next 25 years. I was trying to find something in here. Sorry. Oh well, she's gone. About season 7 and about any of the episodes, and it's been hard. Um, it's not easy to. There's really not much of an index. It didn't tell me what I wanted to know. But I did find this one um interesting thing from Brent Spinner. I got the script from Mass on the night before we shot it. I was finishing Thine Own Self the midnight before, so I didn't have the time to even absorb the script and digest it and figure out who these people were that I was playing. You could look at it as an opportunity, and I would, under normal circumstances, I think I said to Jerry at the time, give me 6 months and I think I could get all these characters. But as it was, I didn't know who these people were, so I was doing instant acting and just coming up with whatever I was coming up with because we had to put it on film. That's what he said. So we're getting towards the end here of have moved on to disc 5, episode 269. We're almost to the end. And we start off. Let's see. Ah, so apparently Troy is teaching a class, and she's trying to encourage them uh, to do, give them positive reinforcement on their work. And she's like, "That's really good. That's really nice." And he goes, "No, it isn't. I just can't get it right." Do you think the wings are too big? Not at all. Birds have wings of all sizes, and you shouldn't worry about making it look perfect. But Mrs. Naru said we should try to make our sculptures as realistic as possible. She's right. It is important that you be able to make the clay take the shape you want it to have, but you're not supposed to concentrate on technique today. I'm here to help you focus on the feelings you want to convey with your sculpture. For instance, what do you want to see? What do you think about the bird when you see it? Flying. So make your sculpture make me think of flying too. And then Data comes in. Data has used his Play Doh to make a computer pad. She tells him, Data, you obviously don't have trouble with realism, but you're here to work on your imagination. Maybe you should try something a little more abstract. I want you to start a new piece, like you sculpt music. Council music is a collection of acoustic vibration. Oops. Let's see. Um, okay. Let's see. I think I had a little computer problem here. Um, hold on a second. Oh, here it is. Reproduces sound with clay. Well, think of the effects that sounds have on people, the images on your mind, and then give it form. So then he makes a treble clef. I was like, okay. So then they get this thing that's by the ship. Having a lot of accidents today. Based on the present trajectory, the comet appears to have originated in the Darcy system. That's over 2 sectors away. Yes, sir. The object has been en route for 87 million years. That's a long time alone in the dark. Begin a full census sweep, Mr. Data, and log the findings with the Federation Astrophysical Survey. Yes, sir. The comet's outer shell is composed of primarily gaseous hydrogen and helium surrounding an icy mantle. The inner core consists of heavier elements. Then something goes over the bridge. What was that? There was a distortion within the comet's inner core. I believe we experienced an intense sensor echo. Can you correct for that? I'm attempting to do so now, but I have compensated for the effect. The sensors are a configuration for a low intensity sweep, picking up some interference, but the distortion is manageable. At these settings, the scan will be complete in 39 hours. Somebody doesn't like it when I do these updates because she can't sit next to me during the updates because I'm just using a folding chair for the updates. There's no couch for her to sit on next to me. And she's very upset and she's picking into my knees, going, Mommy, pay attention to me. So we have to pay attention to her for a few minutes because she misses Mommy. So it looks like Beverly is coming home from a trip. Worf says he's going to teach us some Moko throwing techniques today. I've obviously skipped a page somewhere. Let's look around, shall we? Got interrupted by my gal pal. So they're looking at this clay object. Uh, a 3-segment column with a rounded stone on top. I have no idea. I've never seen it before. Maybe Will left it for you a little present. It's not quite his style. Then maybe it's a secret admirer. That's interesting thought. Well, you'll figure it out later. They gotta go to class. So then they're back in art class again. Data, this is amazing. How did you come up with this? I followed your advice, counselor. I used my imagination. Though that's an understatement. For some reason, I was shaping the clay. The image of the mask was exceptionally clear in my mind. The design seemed to flow quite naturally. Data, have you been in my quarters? No, counselor. Somebody left an object in my room, some kind of artifact, and it has something very similar to this. You don't know anything about it? No, I don't. And then one of the kids asks her for help and distracts her from the questioning. So then Riker and Geordi and Data are looking at this screen. And Riker says, these symbols don't match anything in the Federation linguistics. Geordi says, some kind of alien information has been downloaded into the computer core. I don't know how it's working, but it's reconfiguring our systems. How did it get in? I was able to trace its path from the replicators to the sensor array, the sensors. They've been scanning that comet for 18 hours. Those energy readings from the comet's core, the sensors echo, we still don't know what's inside the thing. Maybe it's about time we found out. Could we use the phasers to melt down the shell of the comet? Yes, a dispersed wide field beam might do it. It wouldn't take so long to come up with firing parameters. What do you think, Data? And Data's still looking at the screen. I think I recognize these symbols. Do you think your systems have been affected? It's possible, Data says. I do not believe my systems are currently impaired. I will run a few diagnostics to make certain. What do you think they mean? Boundary, border, road, companion, message, messenger. And then a face fills the screen and it means death. And there's the three of them looking at the screen. So then we're back on the bridge again. And they're going to do phases for a widespread zipper, so 10%. And they do that. And then, Mr. Data, what are we looking at? Is that a ship? I don't know, sir. The object is nearly solid. It's composed primarily of titanium and unknown materials. It's over 87 million years old. That's older than the comet itself. Could someone from the disarray system have built it? There is no technology advanced cultures in that system now, but perhaps 87 million years ago there might have been. Why would they want to hide something like that inside a comet? Possibly it's accumulated the frost gases over time as it traveled through space. In any case, it's definitely responsible for the system anomalies we've been experiencing. They're using our sensor beam as a carrier wave to transmit information into our computers and replicators. But the question remains, why? What's the purpose? Um, I believe this is an informational archive. Why do you say that, Data? I do not know, but I seem to have an intuitive understanding of its function. Data, the internal structure of that thing is pretty complex and it's got a repetitive node configuration which might suggest a database of some kind, but it could be practically anything. I don't see how you could know for sure what it is. Data, do you believe you're in communication with the object, sir? Yes, I do, sir. But I recommend we run a level one positronic diagnostic on myself. Very well. Jordy, give him a hand with that. There's the object, whatever it is. So we're in Picard's office, and like the statue in Troy's room, and the mask that Data's making, and a bunch of stuff have shown up in Picard's room. We've confined the system corruption. It won't be spreading any further, but we still have alien symbols floating around our computer. This is quite a collection you've assembled. I've seen these things all over the ship. They all look the same, primitive and non-functional. Ceremonial and deceptively primitive. Only an advanced technology society could have built that object out there. These artifacts are a realistic role in that society, I think. Do you think Data could be right? Could we have stumbled upon some sort of alien library? Yes, it's possible. And if so, this is a find of most enormous significance. That library seems designed to do so much more than simply store information. Who knows what we might learn from it? I keep seeing this design. Yes, the symbol seems to be part of this particular significance. What do you think it means? The concept of the four cardinal compass directions is quite common in many different cultures. Those words that Data recognized in the computer, boundary, border, road, they were all arranged in this design. Perhaps the artifact that Havel compass symbol belonged to the same theme movement, defining direction, a traveling path, crossing a boundary, and death. One of the symbols was death, the ultimate boundary. I've seen this symbol everywhere too, but much less prominently displayed. It's always in the background, smaller than the others. Let's see. So that's the thing they're talking about there. So then we're in engineering, and Jordy is running the test on Data. Um, Jordy, what does it feel like when a person is losing his mind? Data, come on, you're scaring me now. What's going on? I don't know. I'm different. Well, you're going to be all right. You're with me, okay? I'm going to disconnect you. What's going on? Um, Data's circuitry has changed. Data has the symbol on his forehead and a wiki grin. He's wearing a mask? All right, let's see if we can find this. So then he's over there. Uh I've been waiting for you. You should feel honored. What is it you want? Masca is waking. Are you Masca? I'm not Masca. I'm that. What have you done to Commander Data? Commander Data, you mean the one who was here? Yes, he's gone. Who can say where? They have Troy come down. Um, Picard, you counsel Troy. Report to main engineering immediately. What's this place you come from? Is it a cultural archive of your species? I come from Masca City. Are there others like you here? There are no others like me. Who is Masca? You will find out. I would like to know Masca. Speak with her. Do you understand pain, death? That is all you need to know of Masca. That is what she is. Go, leave this place before she finds you. It can be done. I did it. Okay? So then he's on the table, and they do all this talking to him too. So then they're in the observation lounge, and Geordi is explaining, this is a micrograph of what happened to Data's positronic net. Now, as near as I can tell, these are behavioral nodes. I've encountered 14 so far. I think the archive is using Data to create different people within its culture, much in the same way we used our replicators to create artifacts. As a result, Data's real personality has been completely buried. In a sense, Data has the android equivalent of multiple personalities. The archive hasn't stopped yet. Data's positronic net is still being transformed. There's no telling how many more personalities will emerge. Jordy, I want you to continue to scan the archive. See if you can find a way to access it. In the meantime, I'll see what I can learn from the people inside Data. So then Picard goes and has a long talk with Data. Um, I'm not going to hurt you, Picard says. I'm only Maska can hurt me. I stand for her. I need to speak with her. What do you understand? Captain, that was a cruel joke you played on me. For a moment, I actually thought that woman was Maska. Whoever took your place wasn't afraid of Maska. He seemed eager for fate. Pitiful isn't, you won't catch me humiliating myself for that woman, even if she were a queen. And they go on for a while. The object is hooked onto them with some kind of tractor beam and they can't get rid of it. And Picard is still with Data, and Data's saying that Mask is going to hurt everybody. So apparently 10 Forward has been changed and altered with this altar and stones and rocks and stuff. Um, According to Data, the sun image is a symbol of death. Um, and the plant, they talk about the plants and stuff like that. They go on for a while. So then we're in engineering, and there's a torpedo pod, and they open up the torpedo pod, and it's full of snakes. Or the illusion of snakes, anyway. 20% of the ship has been transformed. We've lost main propulsion and weapons in the process. Communications, life support. We have communications, limited sensor control. Life support seems unaffected. I've analyzed the alien platforms. They've developed the biological matter we have on the ship. The stone, the artifacts are made in the same way, expatriating from the ship's allies. Apparently, the archive can reorder and transform molecular structure into including DNA. So it's using our ships, our ally DNA, to create elements of its own culture. Why is this happening? What does the archive hope to accomplish? Well, whatever the intent lies beyond its process, I'm not going to permit the ship to be turned into an alien city. And they're still trying to cut off the tractor beam and not having success with it. So Picard goes and has a long talk with Data, talking about iHat. And Data tells him about the planet and gives him more information on iHat and Masker and all that kind of stuff. So now the bridge has been transformed too. Um, Jordy says, I think I found the archive transformation program. Will it accept the symbol from Maskus Temple? I think so. I've isolated the program input pathways. They're the key to accept symbols. If I put this one in, I should initiate the transformation process and hopefully things will start going back to normal. We'll see. An entire temple has been built on the ship. So then Data puts the mask on and goes sits on the throne in the temple. Uh, uh, Masca, I am Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Empress ship. Go away. Please hear us. Your archive is destroying. Go away. She will not listen to us. Then we will have to find someone to whom she will listen. So then they're all on the bridge again at the science station. I found it, Captain. This is the only place in the archive where Karango's moon appears by itself. It's not linked to Masca. All right, Mr. LaForge, I want you to access the transformation program, and when you're ready, input the symbol. Isn't that a little risky? We have no idea what the result would be. The symbol might generate anything from Karanda's temple to Karando himself. In one sense, Karando is Manesca's nemesis. Whatever this symbol is, it could mean for us to control her. Now, if anyone has any better ideas, I'm happy to entertain them. I've accessed the program, Captain. Initiate the transformation, and they start going through it and talking about all the ways it could go wrong and stuff like that. See what happens next. So Picard puts his version of the mask on of Karango and goes to see Maresca in the temple. I thought I had escaped you. You should know that's impossible. You are a fine hunter, but I am a powerful prey. You will never catch me. Do you want to be prey forever? I thought I was alone. I thought I would not have to share the sky with you. But with me, you are not complete alone. I know you too well. You live for the chase. Will you not miss being the hunter pursuing me from the sky? You know me well, Karenga. I think that you are beginning to tire. It's difficult brightening the sky forever. I am getting sleepy. You always do that to me. And Data falls asleep and the Macs disappear. So then everything on the ship goes back to normal, and we get a voiceover. Captain's log stardate 47618.4. Commander LaForge has managed to disable the alien transformation program, and Starfleet has dispatched an archaeology team to study the archive further. And then Picard's in his ready room with the mask, and Data's in. I don't understand. I thought all the alien artifacts had disappeared from the Enterprise. That was the one not created by the archive, so that is the clay that I made. I have since painted it. A memento. Yes, sir. Although I am relieved to be rid of those alien personalities, in a sense I am now empty. I can imagine Dr. Crusher told me that there were possibly dozens of personalities inside you. I suspect the number was much greater. My impression is that there were thousands of all ages and walks of life. It was a remarkable experience. Well, Data, you may never become fully human, but you've had an experience that transcends the human condition. You have an entire civilization. And that's how the episode ends. So that was Mass. And I hope you'll show next week for the Eye of Beholder, Genesee, and Journey's End. We're getting to the end. Bye bye, Star Trek. I'm gonna miss you. Till we meet again. Have a good one.